Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, July 8th. I'm Michael Taylor. Thanks for joining us. We have a great show for you today. Harvard Eye Associates, Dr. John Hovnesian is going to be joining us, and Memorial Medical Care, Saddleback Medical Center, Jessica Sanders and Ronette Cooper will also be here. And so we've got some great medical advice for you, great guidance for you from those folks. I want you to stay informed. We got a gate closure that's coming up. They're going to be doing some asphalt work over at Gate 2, and that's going to be happening next Tuesday through Thursday, July 11th through the 13th. Make sure you get out of the way of that. You're going to want to use gates 1 or 3 to enter, and gates 1, 3, or 4 to exit. It's going to be going on from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. So some improvements going on, but it's going to be a little bit of a hassle for a little bit next week. Hey, let's take a look at the weather. We're going to have some nice weekend weather to tell you about. A little bit of clouds in the morning as we've been experiencing, but nice temperatures in the 70s, and it's going to start heating up on Monday though. Big heat wave coming next week, and so watch out for that. It's going to get really, really warm. The air conditioners are going to be your friend. Stay indoors. We've been asking for the summer heat to come, and it's here, and it's coming with a vengeance. Our sunrise and sunset, we had 5:47 on our sunrise, and we have 8:04 on the sunset. That looks like one of the beautiful Mission of San Juan Capistrano shots down there. Beautiful place, and they've had some great summer concert series if you guys haven't been down there. In fact, tonight is the Beatles tribute band, so that'll be a fun one down there. Great fundraisers too. When we come back, we're going to talk to Dr. Hovnesian from Harvard Eye Associates. Stay with us.
Living and learning in Laguna Woods Village is a unique experience. For over 45 years, the Emeritus Institute has provided tuition-free college classes within your community. Join us to experience expert faculty, quality academics, and to make friends through the Emeritus Institute. New classes start every semester, and you can join nearly any time. Visit us anytime at saddleback.edu/emeritus. Learn, live, and thrive with the Emeritus Institute.
At Harvard Eye Associates,
we are committed to your vision care
and quality of life.
It's a commitment we don't take lightly.
Our trusted team of doctors provides specialized eye care using state-of-the-art technology.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now is Dr. John Hovnesian. And did I get it right?
You did great. You did great, Bobby. It's so nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. And we just celebrated the 4th of July. Did you celebrate in Laguna Beach? Or?
Yeah, we had a terrific fireworks show in Laguna Beach, and it's always fun to see all the people who come in to enjoy the fireworks there. So, yeah, and welcome to the community. Welcome to being part of Laguna Woods Village. This is just a terrific place, and I wish you many years of happiness and success here.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say we love going to Laguna Beach. One of our most favorite 4th of Julys was sitting on the beach, and all the people that came down for the fireworks. Of course, we didn't have a home to go to. We were just there all day.
Yeah.
And but somebody took out a surfboard and had fireworks actually going off of the surfboard. Which was a lot of fun.
Very local of them.
Until a wave came and then knocked it over.
The ocean always wins, doesn't it?
So. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. We're talking about our kids. You have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Boy, girl, boy.
That's
All
right.
3 still living at home?
We have, well, one is away at college, but home for the summer. Our daughter's going to go to UCLA in the fall, and a 14-year-old who's entering 9th grade. So.
Now is your daughter following in Dad's footsteps?
Nobody's headed toward medicine, and that's okay because it's a personal calling you have to have. She's going to be an aerospace engineer. She just did her first solo flight in an airplane. She's learning to be a pilot as well, and just a remarkable kid.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was reading that about you, that you fly a Piper Archer?
I'm a pilot as well. I recently got my instrument rating and enjoy just, kind of recreationally flying around the state and sometimes out of state as well. So
is that how she got her interest in that?
We got the interest simultaneously, and she was a little bit behind me in training because of other school activities she had that got in the way. But she wanted to do it because she wanted to be an aerospace engineer, and she said, "Can I learn to be a pilot?" And I said, "Only if I could do it with you." And it's been a great daddy-daughter activity for us to do together. It's one of the wonderful things we enjoy. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, so what are we talking about today? So I know it has something to do with diabetes.
Yeah. Well, there's been a lot of interest in some new drugs that are used for both weight loss and for diabetes. Their primary use has been for diabetes. Wegovy is the weight loss one that's been more widely known. Ozempic is the same drug when used for diabetes. And then there's a list of other semaglutide, liraglutide, and a variety of other drugs that work similarly. And it's of interest because there's been some news about how the use of drugs to lower blood sugar or for weight loss among diabetics can affect the eyes adversely, can cause trouble in the eyes. And we want to kind of set the record straight and help people understand that because these drugs are so very popular. We want to, kind of get the truth out there about it.
Okay. Yeah, so, because some studies are showing that it can cause vision changes. If it does, what kind of vision changes does it affect?
Really, it has not so much to do with the individual drugs themselves, but with the idea that we're now controlling blood sugar more properly. In patients who have high blood sugar, the sugar molecules themselves will actually go inside the lens of the eye and cause it to swell, which causes it to focus and make the person a little more nearsighted. So it's this artificial nearsightedness that people with diabetes can have if their blood sugar is under control. If you suddenly control that blood sugar, that will change, and their lens will revert to its normal state, and their vision will seem to change when it's really changing to what it should be. So that is certainly disconcerting. If you're a person with diabetes and you suddenly have good blood sugar control, there are these vision changes. Now that's not harmful to the eye in the long term, but it is a surprise to people. So that's the short-term type of risk. The longer-term type of risk that can occur in some people who have uncontrolled diabetes, meaning that their blood sugar level is high, when they finally get it under control, if it's relatively suddenly brought under control, that can cause changes in the blood vessels in the eye that are like the bad changes that come from diabetes. So progression of diabetic retinopathy comes when you have sudden control of blood sugar in someone who is uncontrolled. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So these changes then, it's not like a permanent it's
So in the long term, what I refer to as the long term, the blood vessel changes, they can be permanent, excuse me. There's a picture that we have that kind of gives an idea about this. In a normal, healthy eye, we see blood vessels that are normal. They contain blood and they contain the fluids that belong within them. But with diabetic retinopathy, these blood vessels can leak fluid. They can actually break and have leak of blood cells. So there's red blood that leaks out of them. And that has a toxic or damaging effect on the retina. And in these pictures, you see left versus right, what is abnormal. In the picture, just to give you a sense of orientation, what you see on the right, in the left-hand picture labeled normal, the optic nerve there is on the right side. It looks like the sun. It has kind of a yellowish character with blood vessels coming out of it. And then in the very center of the picture is the macula, is the part of the eye that we get our detailed vision from. It has a little darker color. There's a little bit more pigment in the retina there, and that's why it has that appearance. And that's a normal, versus on the right, it's fairly evident that there's blood and abnormal things happening in this is pretty aggressive diabetic retinopathy in the picture shown here.
So how do you correct it, or how do you...
Yeah, so it depends on what's happening. In many cases for diabetic retinopathy, just long-term control of the blood sugar will make these problems less. They will get better on their own. Blood may clear on its own. In some cases, we use medications that are placed inside the eye. Not painful, but it's not something you want to have done. You do if it's threatening your vision, but it's not something that we relish doing. But laser is also very effective, not painful, and very often can reduce diabetic retinopathy. So we have lots of treatments, and thankfully in recent years, we've had a lot of great drugs to help control blood sugar among diabetics. And so we don't see nearly the degree and the frequency of diabetic retinopathy like you see in these pictures these days in our practices like we used to before we had the better drugs. These new drugs like Ozempic and others are making things even better because not only are they controlling blood sugar, but they're helping people with diabetes to lose weight, which makes it easier to control their blood sugar.
Right, right. And so if left untreated, what would happen then if there was?
Yeah, so diabetes left untreated will cause changes in the blood vessels that will eventually cause people to go blind. They will cause damage to the macula, as I showed you, that will make it, legal blindness or outright, blindness where they lose the vision, potentially in both eyes. And that's why, the take-home message for today is that certainly if you're diabetic, you should see a doctor, first a primary care doctor to help you get the blood sugar under control, and soon after you should see a qualified eye doctor to dilate your eyes, to take a good look in the back of the eye at the retina, to determine what level, if any, of diabetic retinopathy you have, and then at least an annual exam after that to monitor for signs of change. Don't be afraid of these drugs if they're prescribed by your doctor because they, in general, in the long term, have a beneficial effect in helping you preserve your vision. Controlling blood sugar is the most important thing, and that's what these drugs are designed to do.
Good, good. So the takeaway is that, it's okay,
They're
it's safe to do it, yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Wonderful. And I think I read something about, like, if you're 65 or older, you qualify for a free eye exam or that kind of thing, no?
So depends on insurance. With Medicare, an eye exam, almost everybody who's even over 40 has some diagnosis, whether it's a private insurance or, if you're older and you have Medicare, where the exam can be covered. Now, not all portions are covered necessarily. There's a refraction that is not covered by Medicare. It's just a matter of law. They don't cover it, so there's an out-of-pocket cost for that. But if you have a vision plan, that may be covered. So it's a little bit more complicated than a yes-no answer, but generally speaking, the exam, the health exam of the eye, is covered by medical insurance and by Medicare, as long as there's some diagnosis that we find, and that could be as simple as a little bit of dry eye or irritation or something that almost every one of us has.
So definitely, it's definitely take care of your eyes. Go in and see a doctor, get checked.
That's right.
It's one of those things you don't want to go, oh, maybe it'll get better. Or,
yeah, don't
or,
just
I'm
assume.
fine.
Right, if you see well, don't just assume that you're fine. If your old glasses seem to still work, don't assume you're not having a problem because there are diseases like glaucoma, macular degeneration can sneak up on people. And we have treatments for these things, so they don't need to threaten anyone's vision.
Wonderful, great. And then I have a question for you. I don't know if you perhaps spoke with this on one of your visits here, but just recently you kind of got a big award named of one of the 100 most influential people worldwide. Tell me about this.
Well, there's a UK publication, an English publication that publishes a list of the most influential people, and it's selected by I think a poll of eye doctors around the world to see who are the influencers. And I work with a wonderful group of doctors at Harvard Eye, and I'm one, and I do a fair amount of research and writing and lecturing and those sorts of things. And I'm honored to have been selected by my peers, not peers in my practice, but outside my practice for that distinction. So it's I think really an honor for all of us that we are making together that impact on the world of eye care.
That's great. That's wonderful. And then you travel the world as well, helping people in other countries.
Yeah, I've made a bunch of trips. If God gives you skills to help people, it's nice to put them to use, and it's nice to put them to use not just at home but elsewhere in some of the most needy places. So whether it's Mexico or other parts of to the Caribbean or Fiji. My biggest work is probably in Armenia in the former Soviet Union, where we have a real significant project that has for now 30 years been, I'm not old enough to have been involved for 30 years, but for 30 years we've been making impact in that country, and the Armenian Eye Care Project is a real pride of ours that we get to help people who are so very needy and so vulnerable to blindness, where simple things we can do, drugs, examinations, laser treatments, in some cases surgery can help save them. So we've put a lot of resources to help them.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Love to hear that. Do you have any trips coming up?
Yeah, this October I'll be there. We have a big conference, a bunch of U.S. doctors coming to Armenia, as well as all the eye doctors in Armenia, and we've got lots of corneas we'll be bringing for transplantation from the U.S. eye banks, and experts to help teach, because you know the old saying about give a man a fish versus teach a man to fish.
Yes.
We're all about teaching them how to take care of patients, and they do a wonderful job.
Oh, well, that's great. Love to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing about your trip when you come back.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Yeah, so nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. Please stay with us because we will have more coming up right after this.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
Joint care so exceptional, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. At Memorial Care, we're voted high in patient satisfaction for a reason. Our specialized surgeons and care teams understand the pain you're going through, as well as the best personalized treatment to get you back to what you love sooner. With nationally recognized care, advanced technology like our Precision Mako surgical system, and support that's always by your side. Get ready to go forth with renewed joy. A new movement awaits at Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute. Hey beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care.
Welcome back, where we have Renee and Jessica here on behalf of Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center. Welcome, both of you. Very nice to see you again. And of course, I did cheat and tell everybody what you're here for, so they all know that there's an ice cream social coming back. But before we get into that, let's just introduce everyone to you once again. Jessica, go ahead.
Yes, so my title is Senior Advocate and Community Outreach Liaison. So my role is to visit all of the senior communities in the area in South Orange County. So I visit all of the 55 plus communities, independent living, assisted living, even memory care. And I just look for ways to see how the hospital can be involved and be of support. So a lot of the ways that we can do that is like hosting health seminars, and providing on-site social work support. So that's essentially what I do, is go out there and see what we can do to help.
Okay, well that's a big job for sure. And how about you, Renee?
So my name is Renee Cooper, and I am a community-based social worker, and I get out there and meet with people in their homes, and I've been loving coming out into the community and getting to know all these different residents and all the needs, and finding community resources that people just did not know that was out there, that was available to them.
Okay, and you too are a very busy person as well. So
Yes.
like I said, it would be awful if it was boring, right?
That is true, very true.
So now, so obviously your responsibilities are to do a lot of outreach, and I know you mentioned forums or health seminars and things like that. How many do you generally have a year?
Ooh, a hefty amount. Probably so far, I think we've done maybe like 50 plus seminars. Yeah,
that is a lot. And that is strictly Southern California?
Yeah, South Orange County. So
Okay.
from Irvine all the way down to the San Clemente area. So we do wherever opportunities are available.
Okay,
Absolutely.
fantastic. Now, tell me a little bit about some of the things that you do specifically in the outreach program. I mean, obviously you're combining your resources with Thrive, which is one of our organizations here. Tell me how that all works out.
Yes, so for our outreach, at least with the Thrive group, we've been able to really host like these social events, and also just looking for other opportunities to provide the health seminars. So I know like with Memorial Care, we're also hosting many other health educational forums.
Okay.
So absolutely. And then with the Thrive group, I know we've been having other efforts with Ronit to provide a neurobics seminar as well.
Oh.
So
that's awesome. So tell me about that.
So we actually have a great opportunity that we collaborated with Thrive, and we created a neurobics class that is now airing on TV6 at 10 a.m. on Saturdays all through June.
Okay.
And it's in collaboration with Thrive that they spotlighted the Bridge Club to show how the Bridge Club is one of those activities that you can learn to become an aerobic exercise.
Oh, no kidding.
And so if you want more information.
Aerobics for the brain.
Yes.
Aerobics for the
go.
brain. That's exactly what aerobics is.
Oh, that's good. You know, because when you said aerobics and the Bridge Club, I was like, what's that connection there? But now, of course, the aerobics of the brain, that's a perfect thing. So let's tell everybody about the Ice Cream Social.
Yes, so it's going to be hosted in the month of July. So for the Thrive group, the word of the month will be befriend. So the event is, of course, Ice Cream Soda Social. So be root beer floats, but we'll also have a variety of other sodas available. So for anybody who wants to change it up from your standard root beer and with your ice cream. And there will be sugar-free options available as well. So that would be great. And it's really an opportunity for us to be able to learn more about the Thrive group, the resources through Memorial Care, as well as we'll have a special guest from Saddleback Medical Center's emergency department. So they'll be joining us and teaching us more about the hospital's unique services. And yeah, residents will just be able to socialize, do some more neurobic games as well.
So that's right, you have some games, that's right.
Yeah, so we'll have some neurobic, very brain exercise focused games, and being able to have opportunities to win some giveaways. So.
Oh, good. I've had quite a few residents say they really enjoyed it.
Yes.
So I'm glad that you're able to do it again because that's a big one. So excellent. All right, good. And how do they go? Do they need to make a reservation, or you just want them to let them know that you're coming?
Yes, absolutely.
Coming?
First come, first serve. So space is limited.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll definitely, so it'll be on July 12th from 2 to 3, Clubhouse 7. Absolutely, they can reach out to myself, so I'll be doing all the reservations. And yeah, that'd be great. And if they, I know it's open to the residents, so they can bring one Laguna Woods resident as a guest as well. So.
Okay, great. Now, what about their caregivers? Is that all right too?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. Perfect. Well, great. Well, we need to make sure that everybody's involved.
Yeah. Want to make sure we have enough ice cream for everybody.
Well, that's
soda
right.
For everybody.
And hopefully you have some orange soda because you can take that orange soda and put it over the vanilla ice cream and it tastes delicious.
I did not know that.
One of those 50-50 bars that we used to eat long ago. I'm aging myself. All right. Well, thank you both so much. I appreciate you coming in and telling us about this. And yay for ice cream.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks. If you want more information or if you would like to RSVP, you can always RSVP to Jessica at 949-452-3791. We'll be right back.
Are you struggling to hear in your noisy dining room? Do you have to pause and think about what people are saying so you can figure out the words? Do you find yourself lost in conversations? Can you hear but you don't understand the words people are saying? You need to get on the Ark. No, not Noah's Ark. This is Stewart's Ark hearing aids with artificial intelligence. You will never know how much better you can hear until you listen to the clear sound and noise right in our office. Call us today. Don't miss the boat and tell them Stewart sent you.
Your smile is key to your overall health. Put it into good hands with Loberg Dental. We are restorative dentistry experts specializing in fillings, crowns, dental implants, root canals, and more. Come experience our exceptional care for yourself with a special offer for new patients. Your first exam and set of x-rays is free without insurance. Let us give you something to smile about. Visit drloberg.com today to make an appointment and get your free exam and x-rays.
Hey, we got some fun things going on this weekend, including the Saturday night movie. It's going to be Big George Foreman, brought to us by Memorial Care, who are just on the show today. That one's going to be a great kind of life story, not just of his boxing, but everything he did. His kids, he named them all George. All his kids are named George and Georgette and things like that. It's George Foreman Grill, his life after boxing, when he found his faith, and all sorts of things. So it's really kind of a fun movie. Great one for a nice biopic about George Foreman. 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. I want to get you some announcements that are going on. We've got the great ice cream social that's coming up. It's going to be a fun one. We've been talking about it a lot. In fact, our guests today were talking about it a little bit, but one more reminder for you. The ice cream soda float social is going to be going on Wednesday, July 12th, 2 p.m. at Clubhouse 6. It's free. It's brought to you by Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center, but you need to call the phone number on your screen. Ask for Jessica, and she'll make sure you get an RSVP in there so you can go and attend the social. Summer Bingo, that is tonight. 3 p.m. Today, this afternoon rather, 3 p.m. Make sure you get out there. Advance tickets are $45. At the door is $55. Phone number on your screen is the one that you can use on that one. And on Sunday, 6 to 8:30 p.m., July 7th, we have the Summertime Party Folk Dance Under the Stars. It's going to be over at Clubhouse 2 on the front patio, and make sure you get out there. The cost is $7. There's going to be snacks. You're welcome to bring your own foods and share and have some fun. Should be a fun dance out there. And join Pub Club member Barbara Wolk for a book talk. She is featuring her prize-winning novel, Mother in Name Only. That's going to be Tuesday, July 11th from 7 to 8 p.m. at the Towers over in Laguna Woods, so you don't want to miss that one. And one last one we want to talk to you about is Grief Share. We had these folks on, and it is an amazing kind of thing. Every Tuesday from 12:30s at the church through September, it's for folks who've lost, no matter what kind of loss you're dealing with. If it's a family member, a loved one, a pet, whatever it might be, it's a great opportunity to come in and talk to people who have also lost and share in that grief and maybe figure out a way to get through that grief together. Okay. Those are our announcements. We want to take a look at the weather one more time before we leave you. It's going to be a nice weekend, and we have that sun is poking through, and it's going to be pretty good. We're going to have mild 70s for the rest of the weekend, but then we really heat up on Monday and the rest of the week, and it's going to be very, very warm. So make sure you stay safe, stay air-conditioned, and all of that. That's it for this edition of the program. On Monday, we're going to be hearing from Spoken Word Club and the Old Pros. I'm Michael Taylor. I hope you enjoyed the program. From all of us at ThisDay, make this day a great one.
Dr. Farhumand and her associates at Brilliant Smile are excited to announce we now feature cone beam computed tomography. CBCT scans have many benefits over traditional x-rays. They are fast, safe, non-invasive, and provide better care to our patients. The 3D images provide an accurate view of teeth, bones, and soft tissue. It allows us to diagnose and treat more effectively. Also, it features modern diagnosing of sleep apnea by checking the airways and obstructions. Get started today. Call Brilliant Smile, Laguna Woods Village favorite dentist.